I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I've been following the trends in the protests against bad governance in Nigeria. I will do another video with this same dress on the protest in Nigeria. One of the key issues that is causing these protests to happen against bad governance is value. Value is the price, Price, that you attach to a person, a thing, an idea, an activity, or a service. When I relate with people, I'm always very sensitive to the way they treat me and they value me. Once you just misbehave around me, I trash you. I just put you in the dustbin. I will only live once, and I've spent a great percentage of my life already. So, value is exchangeable. It's a transaction. I wrote a book titled Value the Currency of Life, and I think I've done a video on Value the Currency of Life. Gilad Shalit, a Jewish soldier, in 2006, he was 30 years old. On the 25th of June, Hamas crossed through a tunnel and captured him at a border crossing. Killed two other soldiers, or three, killed two, injured one, and captured him to Gaza. 3 days later, on the 28th of June, Israel mobilized a large force and invaded Khan Yunis to free one 30-year-old soldier. My eldest son is older than him. Now, 4 Israeli jet fighters flew over the palace of Bashar al-Assad in Syria just to guegonize him, because they believed that he was a major sponsor of Hamas at that time. And Israel searched for Gilad Shalit, and they put a machinery in motion to set him free. Gilad Shalit stayed in captivity for 5.5 years. He was released in 18th October 2011 in exchange for 1,027 prisoners. 1,027 prisoners. One Israeli soldier exchanged for 1,027 soldiers, including murderers and all kinds of people. But Israel was ready to compromise for one 30-year-old young man. Then he was 37. No, he was 35 then. I hope I'm right, 35 or 25. So that's not the key issue. Recently, I was just thinking, if it is a Nigerian soldier that was captured by Boko Haram, are we willing to go to that length? If it was a Nigerian policeman that was kidnapped, are we willing to go to that length? Generals are shot in our streets. In Abuja, not one, not two. Are we willing to go to that length? That's even our security forces. Let's bring it down to the citizenry. I saw news reports from Zaria. Ismail Mohammed was poofed either by stray bullets, because I cannot conceive that a Nigerian soldier will go into the house of somebody not protesting and poofing. I don't know the details, because if a Nigerian soldier goes into the house, most likely for him to be in the streets, he must be a low-rank soldier. He must be poor. He must be deprived to intentionally poof a young 16-year-old Nigerian in the father's house is unimaginable. So I don't think he intentionally. I just pray I am wrong. Thank God for the current leadership of the Nigerian police and the Nigerian army. If it was in the days of Buhari and in the days of other people, including Goodluck Jonathan, Sani Abacha, Obasanjo, and all that, many youths will have been deleted by now. But I've seen our soldiers and our policemen becoming a little bit more refined. I even saw them distributing water to protesters. And that's why people like Wike are becoming very irritating. That a senator gave water or one thing to protesters does not mean she's the one sponsoring them. Do you know what the word sponsor is as a lawyer, Wike? So are you going to say that the Nigerian police are sponsoring protesters? No, they're just bringing value, the value they have for humanity, by giving them water. And I want to thank the leadership of the Nigerian police. But I saw online other news reports. Number one, that the soldier has been arrested. That is an increase in value for life by the Nigerian soldiers. If not, unknown soldier, unknown soldier, now he kill him, unknown soldier. Fella, you are a prophet. We will have heard of unknown soldier. But this one was identified and he has been arrested. And this goes as a warning to the police, to the army. Records are being kept. We don't know where this thing will end. The man that was shooting in Kenya, his video is online. One day he will pay the price for his actions. But the other aspect that brings value into mind is that the family, sorry, I'm laughing, the family of the deceased was compensated with 300,000 naira, according to news reports. I just pray it is wrong. Then, I also saw recently, I think 6 soldiers were poofed by bandits somewhere in the north. A governor donated 10 million. 10 divided by 6 is 1,350,000 naira. What would 1,350,000 naira do in the life of a family of a soldier that maybe has 4 children? The school fees, they will soon send the wife away from the barracks. Is it rent? Is it feeding? So how do you expect the best from the Nigerian soldier or the Nigerian policeman? I don't know if the Nigerian soldier has an insurance policy. Will the children be able to go to the Nigerian Army School free? Do they have hospitals for the wife and the children to attend in the future free? What future? So you see, this battle against insurgency, against terrorism and banditry, our men might not be able to bring out their best. What value do we have for the lives of our soldiers and our police officers when the money meant to buy ammunition, meant to feed them, somebody will steal it and go and build hotels and build whatever and then do plea bargaining? What values do we have in this country that a soldier can go supply ammunition to the enemies of the state to kill his fellow soldiers? I've seen videos of people arrested smuggling bullets, or locals that supply food to bandits. This is not Tinubu. Tinubu is not really the issue. Tinubu is a product of our collective values, of what we celebrate, of what we tolerate, of what we accommodate. 300,000 naira. I did a video that the European cow is more valuable than the Nigerian. And I've heard people say that Nigerian cows are even more valuable than Nigerians. The food crisis is partly as a result of Fulani headsmen going into farms to destroy crops planted by farmers all over Nigeria, including Olufalaye's farm, former secretary to the federal government and former presidential candidate. We have value for nothing. A cow is more valuable than a Nigerian. Let me give you. So a cow in Zaria or in Nigeria sells for close to 500,000 plus with this inflation, up to 1 million. But a Nigerian was killed and was compensated, the family compensated with 300,000. If it is true, it is insensitive, it is insulting, it is degrading on the value of the average Nigerian life. The average European cow gets, because subsidy is part of the protest that is going on, the average European cow gets $2.5 every day for subsidy, as subsidy, so that they can produce milk, yogurt, butter, cheese, so that the European can eat well, so that their children can run well in the Olympics. Just look at the Olympic medal table. It is economy related. Only countries like Kenya and maybe some medals will win in Nigeria, and most of those athletes are based overseas. Imagine a Nigerian who clerical error did not make her compete in the last Olympics, competed for USA and won a medal. Value. So that boy, what was paid to the family is less than the price of a cow. $2.5 a day for 4 days is $10 for the European cow. As at the time of Buhari, the budget for health for a Nigerian per annum a year is $8. That means the veterinary services, feeding and whatever for a European cow is more than the health budget for a Nigerian. Let it sink into your head, those of you who are tribal bigots and political idiots. Because in politics, you have idiots, tribesmen, and citizens, according to the Greek philosophy. 3 bags of rice in Nigeria now will cost more than, if not close to 300,000. So the life of that young man is equivalent to 3 bags of rice, maximum 4 bags of rice, if that information is correct. One thing people will say, I keep bringing Igbos into this matter. One joy and one thing that happened is that the Igbos did not protest. If they had dared to protest in the east, southeastern states, the bloodbath would have been terrible. Terrible. The value Nigerians have for their citizens is key, is the core of the bad problem we have and the bad governance. We, the followership, we church leaders, we politicians, security agencies, and particularly the elites, people like Akpabio. They are the protesting. We are eating in our house and drinking. Akpabio, you that left FGC, Korikbene, or one place. When we were already working, you were a student. Now you are. God will help you people. No condition is permanent. I'm Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember, I have a seminar coming up, a webinar, on the 13th and on the 14th of September. It is an eye-opening, mind-blowing webinar on sustainable development in life, ministry, business, and career. Send a message to +234 7052 136763. Only about 30% of my listeners have subscribed to this channel. Please subscribe to this channel and share these videos. Remember, send a message to +234 7052 136763. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki, the area grandfather.